doing double duty as a function for Teressa Toten's book launch for her new anthology called Piece by Piece, as well as sort of a different version of what we're doing with the Volume 1 project over at Small Print, which is basically creative writing workshops for youth, today in particular for teenagers.
When the water reached her waist, she stopped. I slept like a baby throughout the entire ordeal, happy to accommodate whatever she had in mind.
1 week later, we checked into a motel in downtown Toronto, Canada. Infested with rats and who knows what else. But what choice did we have? We were only immigrants.
I came up with this idea of Piece by Piece, a series of stories, immigration stories, immigrant stories, stories about trying to fit into this country, stories about trying to fit in, period. But nobody's got stories like immigrants have got stories.
Your accent. Oh, right, my accent. It's so thick with the Johannesburg drawl that when I go to a convenience store and ask for a Sprite, it comes out Sprott. It's gentle as a brick covered with sandpaper bashed repeatedly against the ears.
During a rough period when sales were at an all-time low, my supervisor yelled at us, "You call yourselves salespeople? I'm going to fire each and every one of you. You're all useless." The only thing I heard was, "You are useless."
I thought you guys were supposed to be good at math.
They had the idea of doing a contest, a write-in contest from kids who could write about their stories, about trying to fit in, their immigrant stories, and then we'd smush or mash up and splice a bit of their stories in with the contributors' stories.
I didn't think of myself as an immigrant to Canada when I arrived, alone, at Toronto's airport, ready to begin my new life as a graduate student.
Now, the reality of it all was that fitting into Canada was not only the scariest experience of my life, but also the most mentally painful realization I have ever experienced. I went into my new school feeling slightly like a freak, as everyone kept staring and giggling. I tried brushing the comments aside as I walked into my classroom as fearlessly as I possibly could.
And I truly believe that if you look, you will find a story somewhere in there that will resonate with you, and after you've read it, because you've read between the lines, you will feel just a little less alone because you've read that story.
Butter tart?
I think so.